Hi guys, ArchieLuxury on the Pluta channel. Today guys, I'm doing a paid review. This is paid review 20MH21. 20MH21. Quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Herman So's shirt. I'm wearing Paul Smith cufflinks. And I'm wearing my 6006 with the black to match the dial. Okay, this paid review here is from Matt. And Matt says, "Dear Archie, I hope you're doing well during this virus outbreak and hope you are safe. I'm going to graduate university in the States soon, and as a graduation gift, my parents said I could pick out any Rolex of my choosing. In an effort to try and not come off as snobby, I chose a used vintage DateJust steal because I felt that a Rolex should be earned and not given. However, I'm 22 years old and was wondering how you felt about this and if you could give your opinion on a guy this young wearing this watch. I will gladly pay you to make this video regarding this and appreciate your feedback." This is for Matt. So Matt, what's my view on Rolex? Look, I gotta be totally honest with you. I think any of these possessions that we acquire in life, it's really more beneficial if you get them yourself. Okay, I think it really does mean a lot. Many years ago, when I got divorced from the Russian lady, I actually had two boy-sized Rolexes. And in the divorce, she said, "Hey, I want the kids to have them now." So I gave the kids a Rolex each. Look, they weren't super valuable. They were like a boy-sized, mid-size oyster head on a leather strap. 1950s sort of vintage. Manual wind oysters, and both boys asked me to pretty well sell them and get the money. They weren't interested in the watch, and I got to be totally honest with you, I was disappointed. I sold it for them, and then now they wish they hadn't have done that. And I think in many ways there, I think we tend to appreciate things more that we've had to work and earn as opposed to just get given. And it's fascinating. I get a few paid reviews from some people, all walks of life, some really rich young people. And it's funny, you might get somebody who's a young guy from the Middle East who's got 5711, 5712, Aquanaut, Daytonas, Whole, Pepsi, all the hot models. And I really get a sense, okay, yeah, nice watches, nice watches. I certainly can't say they're crap, but do you really like them? Are you buying them because they're popular and other people can't have them, or do you actually like them? And this is the big thing. I think a lot of people, um, a lot of people. I've got to say, to be honest with you, I'm not a rich man. I'm not a super rich man, and I'll tell you this story. I got a few Pateks. Anyhow, my old man mentioned he was getting actually a rather large inheritance from my auntie who died. God rest her soul. And started thinking, I'd love to buy a 5196 for myself. That's a manual wind Calatrava. And then all of a sudden, I realized, my old man's promise to give me the money never came through, which, that's okay. That's okay. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to hold him to it. But I ended up buying one myself, and I'm actually currently paying it off. And I got to be totally honest with you. I think it felt a lot more earned and worthy when I actually got it myself on my own means than if the money turned up for free. So in many ways, I think it's much more enjoyable to actually It's much more enjoyable. Well, it's not. It's much more rewarding. That's the key word. Rewarding to actually have got this on your own effort. There's a famous quote, which I will. There's a famous quote. Oscar Wilde, huge Oscar Wilde fan, and he said there are two tragedies in life. The first one is not getting what you want, and the second one is getting everything you want. The latter is much worse. And yeah, interesting comment there. So I really do think myself, I think you appreciate things you work towards yourself. If you just are given these things, I mean, I've done reviews, I must admit, I've done reviews later down the track of people who've bought a piece at their 18th, bought a piece on the 21st, they've worked hard, they bought a piece, and they've got a nice collection in their early 50s, they've got a lovely collection. And I think that's much more rewarding than just having things given to you at a young age. So I think in many ways, I like collectors who've had a struggle and had to, I myself, I've had to do a lot of nasty things to get my collection. The Pateks there, that's been bloody hard. Admittedly, I had a small inheritance. I got it's funny, I got a 5107, which became the gold sub, which became the world time, actually white gold world time, then it became the yellow gold. You know, you sort of, you do these things, and then I had my 5035, which I bought for my 40th, and I sold for personal reasons. It's got such a story to them there itself. So I tend to think you appreciate things more that you've had to work hard for yourself. And the good thing is, if you worked for it yourself, you can generally get that back if the world goes cactus. Let's talk about your choice of a vintage steel DateJust. Hey, so you didn't actually send me any pictures or any detailed model numbers, but I assume it's probably a 16014 or a 16234, which is a quickset plastic or a quickset sapphire. I've actually owned both of those watches, and I got to tell you, I think it's a perfect choice. Absolutely. Probably the most comfortable watch I've ever worn is a DateJust on a Jubilee. Absolutely just comfortable. I think the steel, understated and discreet, is just a perfect way to go there. That's a great watch. It'll take you through life's adventures. So I personally think that's a great choice. It's a discreet choice. It's also a little bit small. They're 36 mil, but that's okay. That's okay, because I think, you know, the size of these watches, we're actually moving back a bit. I say that when I'm wearing a 39 mil Patek Philippe, but you know what I'm saying. They went 36. They went up to the 40 plus. Now they've sort of come back a little bit. So I gotta say, I think that's a great watch to have and behold. I think the secret is to add slowly. Don't be a flipper. Buy, sell, buy, sell. That's it's okay if you know what you're doing, but even then you have regrets of things you've let go. I know myself. I've had to flip and change to have content for the channel, and also, you know, I'm not a rich man, so I've had to sell things to pay certain bills at times. So, in all honesty, my advice to you would be just to buy and hold. Buy and hold. Don't sell unless you're really desperate. Unless you are really desperate. But I think a DateJust is a great watch. Great watch indeed. It's very useful. It's a great watch to have there. It'll give you many years of use and service. I can't see that being a problem at all. I think that's a good choice. Very stable, good choice. Lovely watch. just make sure it's been serviced and waterproof, because, you know, sometimes the seals go. I know sea dwellers that have had water come into them because the seals have gone. Then the seals need to be inspected. But what do I think? I think it's a good choice. I think it's a great choice. You got it as a graduation gift. Hey, that's great. Enjoy it. It's nice to have a special occasion. You're very lucky. I mean, I never got any great gifts from family, but hey, that is life. That is how it is there. So I ain't bitching. I got off my ass and got it myself. Okay, guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Guys, remember, man cannot survive on Google Ads. We're in pandemic mode at the moment. It's $50 for a paid review. If you are struggling, it's $25. That's correct. I will help you during this hard times. Okay, guys, tell me what you think. And please, if you haven't done a paid review, please get one done, especially in this coronavirus times. Hi, guys, ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mark Goldberg for ArchieLuxury AC3, the Pontiff, Satan Deville. I want to sincerely thank you for having sat through this video, because I know it was awful, but you know what? You do it for the greater good of humanity. Thank you so much. Now, a couple of quick pieces of homework. Now that you've watched this video, I would like you to hit thumbs up. If you must, hit thumbs down, but if you'd hit thumbs up, I would especially appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a really nasty comment and tell him how awful this content was, but most importantly of all, the entire reason that I am linking up with ArchieLuxury in the first place. I am a published author. Let Dogs Be Dogs, available in bookstores, Amazon, and electronically somewhere near you. Remember, ArchieLuxury, he's not just a figment of your imagination.